Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our match reaction show. And it's finished. Almeria 1, Real Madrid 2. And what an opener. What a La Liga opener for Real Madrid. It was a fantastic game to watch. And Real Madrid got out of jail there. They got out of jail because it could have been a stunning opening day defeat, but they did what they always do. They found a way, and they came away with the 3 points. And that is something that would be definitely pleasing for Carlo Ancelotti. You don't want to be dropping points early on in the season anyway. So the fact that they've got the 3 points will be pleasing. I do think that the starting lineup, and I don't know what he was thinking, but he got that starting lineup wrong. Ancelotti got that starting lineup wrong, and I wonder if he was underestimating Almeria a little bit. He was like, this is a newly promoted side. But Real Madrid will play, some of our players who need game time. We'll play them in this one. We'll give them that confidence, and we'll do it that way. And it just kind of backfired. Because I mean, Rodrigo. I mean, if you're gonna start Rudiger, you cannot play him with Nacho because Rudiger and Nacho is not a centre back pairing that you want to start with. You got to play Rudiger with Alaba or you got to play him with Militao. You can't play him with Nacho because because that's two centre halves who are not really first choice. So if he was going to do that, then it should have been that way. And then I think also playing Tchouameni and Camavinga together again is not what you want to do. Two players who are not necessarily that experienced. Tchouameni doesn't really have much La Liga experience. Camavinga has only been there for he's still very young. So you wanted again, if you were going to start Tchouameni or Camavinga, you then play them alongside maybe Casemiro. You bring in Modric. So I think he got those selections wrong. And the first goal, and I said this throughout preseason, I said that Real Madrid looked very vulnerable to the press and the high ball. They looked very vulnerable to that. And that's how the goal came with the high ball. So just a basic long ball over the top. It was a good pass from I don't know the guy's name that I can't remember right now, but Iguaras. Iguaras was the one who made that pass. And when he puts that ball over, Ramazani has a very easy finish. Well, not an easy finish, but he makes a good finish. He's one on one with the keeper, and you expect him to do well in that situation. He does. He puts in a nice little finish. Courtois a little bit caught on his heels, so he couldn't get to it because I don't think the ball was really in the corner. But it was still a very good finish. A cool finish from Ramazani gives them the lead. And throughout that, I think first 15-20 minutes, what Almeria were doing, they were pressing high, and every time they got the ball, they were countering because they realized Real Madrid were vulnerable to the press, so they were pressing high. And if they won the ball back deep, immediately you could see that there was a long ball. It was a long ball to get themselves quickly outside of that area and kind of counter on Madrid. So that's what they were doing. Eventually, Madrid, I think, got a hang of that. I thought Rudiger had a very torrid first 25-30 minutes, but finally he grew into the game and he had a decent game eventually because he kind of grew into it. And that's what it is. If he had a good defender alongside him, he would have had that process would have been a little bit more smoother. But because he was with Nacho, it's a bit difficult. I think Rudiger was at fault as well for that goal because he hadn't played Ramazani on side, which he should not have done. He thought he was playing him on offside, but he wasn't. He played him on side. So that was to blame for that. But eventually, I think he grew into the game. The whole first half, when Madrid dominated the game, by the way, let me just be clear. After the first 15-20 minutes, Madrid dominated the rest of the 70 minutes. They were just totally dominant. You almost felt like if Madrid could get that first goal, they would go on and win the game because you really felt that was the Madrid were playing. So the longer that Almeria could hold out, they would have helped. Was the better for them because you knew these are the kind of games where when you get a goal, you get two. I think that's what was likely to happen. So, from Almeria's point of view, it really was about trying to prevent Madrid from scoring for as long as they could and just holding out. They just couldn't do it. And what happened after the first 20 minutes as well is that 5-3-2, and this is the problem with playing a 5-3-2, is often the front two has to kind of go towards the back, towards the wing areas because they've got to make sure that the wing backs don't get exposed. So you're almost looking at it like it becomes a 5-5-0 at times. And that's what happened was that after the first 15-20 minutes, once Madrid got the hang of it, the Sadiq and Ramazani both kind of just split. They were split because they had to keep tracking back. They had to keep going wide because the long balls were going wide, and so therefore there was no threat in the middle. And that was the issue. But the good thing for Almeria was they only got that first goal early on. So by the time Madrid figured that out, they already had something to hold on to. But what it did mean was that they lost that attacking threat that probably could have got Madrid out, or would have made them think about something. They just lost that threat, and that I think was the problem in that second half because when Madrid kind of went to the gears, but Almeria really didn't have much in terms of attacking threat. Bringing on Hazard was good. The thing is Lucas Vazquez, and I know he scored today, but and he also had a goal this out. But I thought they missed Dani Carvajal. They really missed Dani Carvajal at right back because he just offers something more. He just offers something different. Because he's so good going forward. He's so good defensively. I don't think Lucas Vazquez really does that. And that was a miss. But the goal that he scored was brilliant because it was good play from Vinicius. Vinicius has really grown. Last month he's just become so good, and he ran this game on the left hand side. He just ran this game, and he made a very good run. And when it comes in, I thought Benzema really is critical here because he makes sure he's not trying to score, he's not trying to shoot. All he's trying to do is trying to make sure that the ball doesn't fall to the goalkeeper, doesn't fall to Almeria player. So all he's doing is passing it away. And then the defender was caught napping, and Vazquez just goes in behind him and scores. So it was a good move started by Vinicius and really kept going by Benzema. It was a good finish by Vazquez. And at 1-1, you just, like I said, you just knew they were going to win. But what a way to win! Alaba comes on as a substitute. They get a free kick and they send Alaba on. I don't know if Ancelotti said that. He said, I'm going to send Alaba on just to do that free kick. I don't know. But they had some discussions about what to do. And he comes on. Alaba says, I'm going to do the free kick. It's my first touch. First touch, bang, in. It goes in. I mean, you don't see that often. You don't see that often. I tell you what, it's a once in a season or a once in a while moment. And I think Alaba just executed that perfection to score with his first touch, a free kick. It's a brilliant free kick, by the way. Absolutely sensational, straight, almost inch perfect. Except post and goes in. It's fantastic. Fernando had a good game. The goalkeeper, Almeria goalkeeper, had a very good game. He looked good. He made a lot of saves. He didn't look overawed at any point, and he was unlucky to lose, but he had a good game. I thought Ramazani was good. I thought Robertone was good as well. So they had a few good performances, Almeria. The problem was that they're just getting pushed back deeper and deeper and deeper, especially when you play the back five. That's what happens, and therefore that meant that Madrid just had to be patient, had to wait for the opportunities, and they did, and eventually they got the goals. Vinicius ran the game, as I said. I don't like Fede Valverde playing on the right wing. I've got to say this. I know he plays there. I think it's okay that he plays there when he's got Kroos and Modric as midfielders. I think you play Valverde in that right wing so that he becomes almost an auxiliary right sort of fourth midfielder, and so they kind of he compensates for those two. But when you've got Camavinga and Tchouameni, I don't think you need Fede Valverde as a right winger. He's got to play as a midfielder. If you're not playing Modric and Kroos both, you really don't need Valverde as a right winger. You've got to play him as a midfielder, and you bring in Rodrigo somebody else. So I just felt that was an issue. And hopefully Ancelotti can solve that. But yeah, that's just something that I've noticed a lot that's happening. But yeah, it doesn't suit that position. But anyway, 3 points to Madrid at the end of the day. I think something for them to take forward to the next game and start thinking about how they're going to approach that. But smash a like for Real Madrid. The match, it's hard to say. I say it has to be Vinicius, right? Because he just ran that game. I think it's got to be Vinicius. He didn't get an assist or a goal, but he played a big part in that first goal. And so, yeah, for me, it's got to be Vinicius. So, smash like Vinicius is your man of the match as well. And a special mention for Ramazani, of course, a good performance as well. Ex-Manchester United as well. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game. What do you think? Do you think, Madrid deserved the 3 points? Do you think what they could have done differently? What are your thoughts? Let me know. Always love to hear from you guys, of course. And do remember to smash a like. Not smash like. Well, do smash like. But also remember to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. We of course appreciate your support. Might do a couple more videos. Still got a few more games coming up tomorrow as well. So you get notified as videos drop. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.